What up? So let's take a break from all this Minica talk and let's focus our attention back on the good old Honda Beat. So if you don't know, I'm currently doing a giveaway on this bad boy. We are down to the last 40 slots. I'm also doing a free slot on Patreon right now, so technically it's 39. And if you guys want me to do another YouTube free slot, all you have to do is like this video. Let's get this video to 250 likes. I know at least 250 people are gonna watch this, so all you gotta do is like the video. I'll say the rules after that, but let's get this video to 250 likes. I'll do another free slot on this one because I really want this to fill up already, because I want to continue to work on the Minica and I want to hopefully sell the Minica by December. And I feel like all the Minica talk has slowed down the process on the Beat because I haven't been driving this car, haven't been showing it, haven't been going to car meets. So with that being said, what better way to big up the Honda Beat than for me to tell you guys the 5 things that I love about this car. I already did a video showing off the 5 things that I didn't like about the Beat, because when I first got it, there was a lot that made me not want it, hence why I bought the Street for no reason. But now, after owning it for 6 months, I can easily name like 10 things I love about the car, but in this video, let's just talk about the 5. So number 1 on my list, and it was something I hated about the Beat when I first bought it, but maintenance has been a breeze. First got the car, I had to do all the maintenance, spark plug, wires, air filter, all that stuff, oil changes, and it was annoying to consistently take off the top and put it back on. I was doing that every day for like a week. But honestly, since then, I guess this could also be luck, but I haven't had to do that again. I've never removed this since I replaced the back window. And I guess just the idea of having to remove the soft top over and over, just the thought of it got annoying. But when you think about it, it's kind of like popping the hood. How often do you pop the hood on your car? And Honda, being Honda, made everything very accessible without having to remove the soft top. So I was really low on washer fluid. All you gotta do is put it right here. When it comes to doing an oil change, you add it right there. I showed you guys you don't even need to jack up the car. And luckily, I really haven't had to do anything back here. After doing the plugs, the wires, remember we added the intake. That's about the only time that I had to open this. For about the first week or so, yes, it was annoying to do that. But since then, maintenance has been a breeze. That was something I was definitely scared about buying this car. I got a whole timing belt kit. I got everything because I was like, damn, it's gonna be annoying to do all that. The engine is in the back. It's even more annoying than the Acties in the streets, but knock on wood, I've been chilling. Number 2 is gonna have to be the looks and color. I know I picked the color myself, but out of all the K cars I've owned, I think this one has to be the loudest. Not only is it a 2-seater convertible, but the green is just such a pop color. And especially when I'm driving with the top down, I'm sure people are pretty tripped out just seeing one person on the right side. So I'm gonna have to just say the overall looks on the Beat is something that I just grown to love more and more. I always thought it was a good looking K car, but after owning it for 6 months, after wrapping it green, after being able to enjoy it with the top down all summer, now the fall, it's definitely grown on me a lot more. I mean, you could almost say that I'm a Honda fanboy at this point. For number 3, let's get into here. I'm gonna have to say, by far, when it comes to the ABC cars, the Honda Beat is the most comfortable. It's not even close. But not only with the AZ1 and Cappuccino, the Beat is just a comfortable K car, really comfortable car just in general. As someone that's owned 7 Miatas, I feel about the same. It's definitely a lot more comfortable than a Cappuccino AZ1. But even with the Minica, like if I close the doors right now, I am a lot more comfortable in this 2-seater convertible than I am in my 4-seater Minica. The way they designed the door cards to have this empty space right here allows my arm to easily fit comfortably. There's a lot of leg room, and I always say this, but I even have some room to put my seat back even more. Storage was another thing that I really didn't like about the Beat, but again, after owning it for 6 months, you just have to plan accordingly. It's almost like when I owned a K truck. I had the open bed, so I wasn't able to do certain things on certain days, but having all this back here, me removing my spare tire was a big pro. But yeah, all jokes aside, this has to be one of the most comfortable K cars I've ever owned. It's way more comfortable than a Jimny. I wouldn't say it's more comfortable than a K-Van just because it's wider, I feel like, and it's just taller. I think just the aura of like it being a van me feels more comfortable, but any K truck a lot more comfortable, way more comfortable than a Minica. When I was doing my 700-mile road trip, I was having a great time, I'm telling you. And then even the bucket seats with these little bolsters right here, it really hugs you in. So for this being such a small car, especially like exterior wise, it is extremely comfortable. I've had people like 6'2" drive this car and they've been like, wow, I can't believe there's that much room. Before we get into number 4, honorable mention is gonna have to be that it has a frunk. And I really mean this solely for flexing purposes. It's just such a good feeling picking up your girlfriend or picking up your sister or picking up your friends and just telling them, oh, just throw your bags in the front. And they're like, the front? Then you show them this, which is another reason I removed the spare tire. And it's just a priceless reaction for them to be like, oh shit. And then even like people walking by, they'll see you do this or throw your book bag back here and they're like, yo, what the hell? And to me, it gives it like even a more supercar feeling because they think it's already a small little toy car, but then they see no motor in the front and they're like, oh shit. Number 4, and I think this goes without say, I know all my Honda Beat owners would agree with me, it has to be the sound. I wouldn't go as far as to say the driving experience. I think you get the driving experience in several other cars, but a stock Miata does not sound like not even close. So it has to be the sound. It has to be the sound. I'm not even a big Honda guy, you guys know that. I've never had a car with ITBs, but it's just, it's like, it's really orgasmic. I've been talking about it since about the Beat, but like right now if I downshift, it's like right now I'm at 5,000 on the RPM, right? If I give it a little, that's from 5 to 5.5. I didn't really increase my speed by any amount. I don't know what this cop next to me is doing, but he's not gonna interrupt my video. But it has to be the ITBs. It has to be the ITBs. It has to be the fact that in a K car with, at this point, maybe 35 horsepower sounds that good. And I'm not saying that the driving experience in the Beat isn't fun. This whole video is obviously my opinion. I'm just someone who's owned 7 Miatas, so at this point I'm pretty jaded. And the word go-kart gets thrown around so much. Like any lightweight rear-wheel drive car is a go-kart. So yes, this car feels like a go-kart. Yes, I love the shifter. That's definitely something that I would throw on there on things that I love. It's short, it's right to the point. It feels like, you know, you're driving a sports car. That's definitely something I love about the Beat. But the real star of the show is the ITBs, and it's the sound. Like, come on. Shout out to Impress Auto Styling. I'm here to pick up the very last piece for the Honda Beat. It's these 2 decals right here. If you don't know, on the Beats it says BEAT obviously, and then it says I think midship something, but you guys know K is the way, and that's throwing my own little spice. So I'm gonna add these to the car tomorrow, and just like that, the Beat is done. But before we end this video, let's talk about the 5th thing I love about this car. So 5th on this list is gonna have to be how easy it is to find parts and just information in general on the Honda Beat. Shout out to this group right here. There is 2,100 members, and if I ever need to find something, I just search right here, or I could just scroll. Like this guy is selling a clean Beat. What else we have here? This guy found like a rare cappuccino-esque hardtop. What else? This guy put a Civic radiator, so like I would have never known if that works, but if I just check, let's say I blew the radiator on my Beat, I'm like, oh, what can I do now? Do I have to order one for Japan? I look at that. This guy's talking about bushings. What else we have here? Just a lot of information. Like this guy changed his fuel pump for $20 on Amazon. Like when it comes to the Minica and the Bravo, some of the other K cars I had, it was so hard to find parts. Like I can't find any information on the Minica. Like no one has a Minica. No one is modding their Minica. No one is trying to turn the car that I have now into something cool. The Topos a little bit, but even those being turbo and much cooler, there's not a lot of information out there. So for me, when I go to websites like Up Garage or Buy, I'm gonna show you guys right now, and I put PP1, because the way you search for stuff in Japan is by the chassis code. They have 100 parts, 99 parts. So here, look, we got bumpers, steering wheels, you know, trunks. There's endless amount of parts on here. Now, if I put the Minica chassis code, which would be H32V, or just H32, we got springs. This is not even it. So let me just put, I think this might be it. Yeah, I think that's definitely for the car. But you know, Suzuki Wagon R. Oh, we got headlights. Whoa, 200 yen. You know, there's nothing cool here. We got brake pads. Nice. You know, looking at this, what am I going to get? In comparison to, like, the Jimny. That's why I love the Jimny. Because if I put J11, there's 222 parts. We got roof racks. We got off-road stuff here. Shackles. fog lights, grills, clocks. Let's go to page 7. Over fenders. You know, the list is crazy for parts like that. But then you get like a boring car like a Minica, and it's just there's just not a lot there. So that was one thing I love. And now for buy, which is even Upgarage is more like a resale store. People trade in parts, but like buy is almost like Facebook Marketplace. If I put PP1, there's like freaking a million things I could find here. Look, there's 16,000. So we got tail lights, headlights, trumpets, a cool trunk. Like, look at this trunk right here. What else we got? Fog lights, a whole motor, an exhaust. What else? You guys get the point. Rims, trunk, coilovers, another motor. Now, let's put H32V. Oh wait, I didn't do it. You have a stock exhaust, steering wheel, wipers. I mean, do you see the difference? There isn't, like, you know, it's kind of like if you buy a, what's a non-cool car in America? If you buy, I don't even know. I was going to say a Kia Soul, but I've seen some nice Kia Souls. But, you know, you buy a car that people in Japan obviously are not modifying. Like, they're not modifying Minicas. That's why I can't even find rain guards. But you can see everything here. What are we talking about? It's like, we got a bumper. You know, it's nothing worth like, wow, I can't wait to modify it. Again, if we put a J11, or I could put a couple different VINs, but J11 real quick. Look at this. Motors, mirrors, seats, shocks, cool lights. And then what is the... I'll go put EK9. That's a car you obviously you're gonna find non-stop stuff. Look at this. Carbon fiber wings, spoilers. You know, it's a tuner car, what I'm basically trying to say. The Minica doesn't get that. And then even like if I wanted to find coilovers, the way you do it is like this, by the way. Shout out to All Things JDM. Click the corner right now if you want to learn more about finding parts. But if I put PP1 and then put coilovers, look at this. I got Blitz. I got these purple ones. I got RG racing gear. They're out there. Now, what do you think is going to happen if I put H32V coilovers? Nothing, obviously. If I put NA6, that's Miata. Look at this. Max speeding rod, TN, Cusco. So basically what I'm trying to say, if you haven't got my point, is that it's cool to buy a K car, especially a Honda Beat, one of the ABC cars, one of the cars you know are going to have a lot of aftermarket support. It's cool to buy one and without even really trying. Like, I've been having to try to get that strut bar that I got for the Minica. I have to try. I still haven't found a spoiler. I still haven't found rain visors. I still haven't found like basic things that I could find in 4 seconds for all these other cars. But part availability for sure is definitely one of the things I love about the Honda Beat. But I'm in this video here. I'm about to update the Honda Beat list. As of right now, 38 slots to go. And I catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.